My first ever sexist interview. Okay, so I just want to get one thing out of my way. Um, it comes from a place of high privilege to be able to say these things because a lot of people out there have to deal with sexism at a workplace constantly and they have no choice because their entire livelihood depends on it. And considering the fact that the job market sucks everywhere around the world, it is quite hard to land a job in the first place. So a lot of people put up with it, and I'm very aware of it. This is just my attempt at sharing what I've been through as a teenager who tried to land a job. So let's dive into it. Firstly, I wanted to. I've been cooking my entire childhood, so I wanted to be financially independent at my 18th birthday or after my 18th birthday. So I decided to apply to a bunch of places, but I ended up applying to two, and this was during my 12th grade boards because turned 18 during my 12th grade. And what happened was I landed an interview with one of these really famous places near my home, and it's like a burger place. It's quite famous, and I was very excited because I really like their food first of all, and I really enjoyed making food and cooking. So I was like, yeah, finally. And then when we started talking about the paycheck and time of hours, it was harsh because they would expect me to work 12 hours for 6 days. I mean, harsh in the sense it wasn't anything for me because I don't have an experience. According to my family members, it seemed harsh and they weren't very supportive of it, which I can completely understand. I mean, considering the fact that it's not quite close to my house, so I would have to travel. So, and I don't have a license yet, so I would have to rely on either walking or taking a rickshaw. So, in the sense that it doesn't practically make sense to work so hard, and the working hours were also till 10 p.m. So, and the paycheck was about 14K. It That's how much we reached to, and according to my parents and my siblings, it wasn't much. And though they had their opinions, I denied it. I was like, I don't really care. It's an experience. I'm signing up for it. So the guy was like, yeah, I have this guy at the restaurant right now. We can go for an interview. I was super doped, and I had been out to get my I think my Aadhaar photo retaken or something. Because after you turn 18, supposed to redo it or something, and it was a whole thing. So I was already dressed up because I had to go take a passport size photo. And I remember very very clearly I was wearing a black kurta. It wasn't even a lot, and I was wearing nice earrings. Had my hair in a braid, and I had put on press-ons because I had a date next day or something. And yeah, and I was just all ready and dolled up, and I was like, yeah, bro, I'm about to head out. And I told my parents, and they say, okay, fine, whatever, your choice, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, so I walk into the restaurant, and for 15 minutes I wait, first of all, which is fine for me. Don't really care because I'm unemployed, so it's fine. But we had decided on a certain time, and they had made sure that I knew that I should be reaching on time. So that kind of bothered me a bit because if I'm supposed to respect the time, so should you, and that's a big deal. That's that's quite a red flag for me. So I go in, and he was upstairs. So there's the restaurant on the first floor, and then another layer of restaurant, and then the third floor is supposed to be like a management squad thing. So I go up the third floor, I'm wearing like block heels or something. So I think I'm the only woman in the restaurant, and all men are sitting by. I remember it wasn't crowded that day, and I saw two waitresses totally, and they were like, all of them were like so like they were staring at me the entire time, like the waitering staff. Because I went to the reception desk and I asked them, like, where's your guy? And I gave them the details, and I'm like, I'm here for an interview. And then they told me to sit by, and they got me some water. I didn't even ask for it. They were super sweet about it, like the waitering squad. And then I went upstairs, following which, see, three people are supposed to have an interview with one person, mind you. But okay, fine. I'm not intimidated. I'm quite honestly, frankly, I'll be like, to be fair, I'm very extroverted. I speak quite, I don't give a shit, basically. And I sat down. He told me to sit down. I'm no one to body shame a person, but my god, he was humongous. And it's not in a way to shame him, but it is in a way, like, it's not about the way he looks, it's about the way he spread himself. Like, it was so disgusting. Like, he had like his, he was just, it's, the body language was so informal, and like it was like repulsive. And I was like, whatever the fuck, bro. I don't have to deal with this guy, because he like doesn't stay in this restaurant as such. He goes to the other restaurants that are in other cities. So I was like, I don't have to deal with this guy directly, so it's fine. I don't give a fuck. So I sat down. He like asked me a few questions. He asked me why I want to work there, and I told him like I have a passion for cooking, and I have all this free time, plenty of time, like 2 3 months easy. Then he's like, oh, you have to commit for it. And I'm like, yeah, I will commit for it. And he's like, no, women don't commit to things. That's what I did. And I'm like, what do you mean? And mind you, there's two other people sitting on the table, one of whom is a woman, and she starts giggling at my reaction or something, as if something was funny. And I'm just like, what does that mean? And he's like, no, what I mean is, kitchen is like a big thing, and I don't know if you can. And he was doing this nodding thing, so I'm just gonna like, kitchen is a big thing, so I don't know if you can do it. And he looked at me like up down, and he was like looking at me like that. And I was like, are you judging it based upon how I'm looking right now? And he's like, it can be part of the reason. And I was like, what does, like, what does that mean? And he's like, no, you have like your nails and all. I was like, aren't you supposed to wear gloves at your like restaurant during cooking? Like, what are you trying to say? And he's like, no, but in Nakhavegere, like, he's like fully like, nails. Oh, I'm like, these are press-ons. I can remove them anytime, and regardless if I can remove them or not, I'm supposed to be wearing gloves. Doesn't make sense. He's like, he was gone by then. Like, the second that I made a fair point, his ego got hurt, and I could see it. Like, physically, he got like defensive. It's like, that's not what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, okay, then what are you trying to say? I'm not understanding what you're trying to say. And I'm being super polite. Like, I'm not this type of person. Otherwise, I would actually obliterate, like, I would actually crash the fuck out at you. But if you do this shit to my face, but I'm keeping my calm. I'm being really polite. I'm being nice. And he's like, oh, you like wear heels and come. I'm like, what does my footwear have to do with cooking flipping burgers? Like, I am not like smashing the patty with my foot, man. And he was like, I didn't say it like that, obviously. I was like, I didn't know that my footwear would like smash the patty. I said that. I was like, oh, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, it must be a distraction. I was like, I can wear shoes. Like, it's not, how is it a distraction, first of all? Like, I didn't understand. Are you foot, by like foot fetish, like, yeah. I was thinking, bro, but like, it's fine, whatever. I'm like losing it, but I'm like, okay, evidently this guy doesn't want to give me a job because I fucking don't get it. Then he tells me, you don't have a clear cut, like a view on what you want to do in life. So I don't want to offer you this job. Then I was like, yeah, sure, fair enough. I understand completely. I asked for my IDs and my form back, and just then that the woman who was sitting right there, and this is to all the women who've told me my entire life that women cannot be misogynistic. Fuck you. I've seen it firsthand. Okay, you don't know what it's like. It's worse when it's a woman. This woman just goes, see, like she's like, we don't want to like hurt your feelings or anything. It's just the like regulation. We just have a series of women just quitting on us suddenly because they get a boyfriend or they have other things going on in their lives. Yeah, I don't see how that's gonna happen to me. I'm a very like diligent person. I came here just the time you asked me to, and in fact, you guys were like 15 minutes late, and we started late because of you guys. No, but what I want to say is, if you don't want to work at the kitchen, you can come work at the juice bar, or you can waiter. I was like, look, I understand that you guys don't think I am capable enough to handle the pressure inside the work stuff, I mean the kitchen. And I understand that completely if you guys don't want to offer me that position. But I didn't sign up for a waitering squad or juice bar, so I'm not gonna take it. No, but the way you are talking is very fluent and polite, and I think that customers would really appreciate that. What the fuck? And plus, the way you present yourself is very dedicated. You just told me that you wouldn't give me a job because of the way I'm dressed, and now you want to give me another job because of the way I'm dressed? Make it make sense, bitch. Huh? I was so mad. I fucking crashed the fuck out. It's like, hey, listen, I am not interested. That's that. I'm gonna leave now. And please don't say this again to anybody because it comes off on a wrong foot. And I was so done. I was so done. I was like, no worries, no worries. I was fucking done. I was done. So you give me you tell me to come for interview, come 15 minutes late. You you're sexist. You mansplain everything. You tell me I'm incapable of handling the pressure in the kitchen without having me a day or two. I offered him. I told him, yeah, if you really want to test like if I can work hard, you can give me a week's time and see if I can like adjust. If you don't think that I'm capable enough, I am very happy to resign without any paycheck, without any constructions from you. Like you don't have to pay me anything. I will be happy to sign off. It's just the fact that I need to know like that I could or I had the chance or the opportunity to do so. It's a big deal for me that way more than the payment. And obviously I was bullshitting. The payment is also a big deal for me, but it's the fact that like you should like I was passionate about it is also what I wanted to like put through. So that's what I said, and he completely like was like, no, I don't want to do that. Unless and until you want to sign a 6 month or some 7 month contract with me, I don't want to give you a job. Fair enough. I'm not saying anything. Up to you. I don't have that commitment in me right now. I have college and I have applications and I have family commitments, so I can't do that. So I refuse. Then we have that entire like it's so bad. Like I was so done by the end of it, and I remember like sitting there and feeling so hot. And it wasn't because I was nervous, because if I was nervous, it would happen in the start. It's like when that woman spoke up, it was so like I was fuming. And then I left as slow as possible. Like I took my sweet time, got up nicely, took my stuff, put it in my bag, clock on my heels, and then got downstairs nicely, calmly, fucked off from the door, went back home, took a shower, cried. And at the time, obviously, I didn't realize, but nobody asked me about how it went. because my family knew that something was off, so they were like, she'll deal with it, give her some time. So I suppose they gave me my time, or they didn't give a fuck. I couldn't care less. I remember like walking in, and I was so sad. I was like crying. I was crying for like easily half an hour, and then I was like, mm, it was bad because I wasn't mad at the fact that at the time I remember I wasn't mad at the fact that somebody treated me that way. I was mad at the fact that I couldn't get a position or a job. And like I've never been turned down in an in-person interview, and technically I wasn't turned down. It was a whole lot of things. It was it was him thinking that I'm incapable of something like that, and him refusing to give me an opportunity. That's what bothered me. So that's all.